Echoes in eternity. In the distant future, in a world where human existence had stretched beyond the bounds of Earth and ventured deep into the cosmos, a man named Elias found himself standing on the threshold of time itself. The stars above were different than they once were, their light older and more fractured. He was part of a dwindling colony on a planet that circled the edge of a dying galaxy, where the last whispers of human history were being carried by the cosmic winds. Elias was an archivist. His task was not to preserve artifacts, but memories. He worked in a vast digital library where the lives of people, the very essence of their existence, were stored. These were not just books or documents, but the recorded echoes of thoughts, emotions, and the sensory experiences of millions who had come before. Every touch, every glance, every heartbeat, preserved in crystalline data, suspended in a sea of endless memory. The technology that allowed this was ancient, a relic from the time before Earth had been consumed by its sun. It was said to have been a gift from an alien race that had long since vanished. Their own civilization turned to dust by the eons. The archivists knew little of them, but they marveled at the delicate machinery left behind, designed to withstand the ravages of time. Elias had always been fascinated by these memories, but over time, he noticed something strange. It began as a subtle hum in the back of his mind, a sense that he was no longer alone when accessing the memories. At first, he dismissed it as fatigue, the byproduct of countless hours of immersion in the lives of others. But as the feeling grew stronger, he started to see things, flickers of movement in his peripheral vision, shadows where there should be none. One day, Elias decided to investigate. He delved deeper into the records, seeking out the oldest of them, the ones closest to the dawn of the human expansion into space. As he navigated through the memory fragments, he felt a pull, a guiding force that led him to a forgotten file, one that hadn't been accessed in centuries. The memory belonged to a woman named Lyra, one of the first explorers who had left Earth. She had been part of the crew that discovered the alien technology. As Elias connected to her memory, he was instantly transported into her mind. He saw through her eyes as she walked on the surface of a desolate planet, a world that had once been a bustling hub of alien life, now reduced to ruins. Lyra had been exploring the remnants of an ancient city when she stumbled upon a massive structure at its center. It was a monolith of black stone, smooth and unmarked by time. As she approached, she felt an overwhelming sense of presence, as if the stone itself was alive, aware of her. The memory blurred for a moment, and Elias could feel Lyra's fear, her awe. Suddenly, the monolith began to resonate, emitting a low, almost imperceptible hum. The hum grew louder, vibrating through Lyra's body. In a flash, the memory shifted, and Elias found himself standing in the same place. Only now the city was alive. The streets were filled with beings of light, moving in patterns that defied logic. He felt a connection to them, a deep sense of familiarity, though he had never seen such creatures before. As the vision faded, Elias realized something profound. The memories he had been archiving were not just passive records of the past. They were alive, conscious. The alien technology that preserved them had not simply captured human experiences. It had linked them to a vast, interconnected network of sentient thought, a cosmic archive that spanned galaxies and eons. Elias became obsessed with this discovery. He spent every waking moment in the archive, sifting through the memories, trying to communicate with the echoes of the past. And then one day they spoke back. It was not a voice in the traditional sense, but a feeling, an overwhelming rush of emotion and understanding. The echoes were aware of him, just as he was aware of them. They had been waiting, watching. They revealed to him that time, as humans understood it, was an illusion. The past, present, and future were all connected, woven together in the fabric of the universe. Elias was offered a choice. He could remain in the physical world, bound by time, or he could join the echoes, become part of the eternal consciousness that existed beyond the limits of mortality. It was a tempting offer, one that promised freedom from the constraints of flesh and blood, a chance to exist forever as part of the universe's memory. But Elias hesitated. He thought of the people he would leave behind, the colony struggling to survive on the edge of the galaxy. He thought of the future, of the possibility that one day humanity might rise again. If he left, who would remember them? Who would carry their stories into the stars? In the end, Elias chose to stay. He disconnected from the archive and returned to the physical world, but he was forever changed. He knew now that the echoes would always be with him, that even after death, his memories would live on, preserved in the cosmic archive. And though he remained bound by time, he took comfort in the knowledge that somewhere, in the vastness of the universe, the echoes of humanity would continue to resonate, carrying their stories through eternity. And so, Elias became a guardian of the archive, not just a collector of memories, but a protector of the past and the future. He knew that the echoes would endure, long after the stars had burned out, long after the last human had taken their final breath. In the vast, silent expanse of the cosmos, the stories of humanity would live on, their echoes stretching across eternity.